Man, I realized I mean, you could start whenever you're ready to, but I also realized that like it seems like the modern society is moving towards the longer hair movement. I noticed
Oh
like
yeah.
it's just naturally happening. Like nobody said anything, but it's happening. Like I noticed that. Not just celebrities, but like other YouTubers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest factors for me was the fact that I was spending like $20 every couple of weeks getting a haircut, and that's like really it. Like if it was up to me, I would actually just cut it because it's the long is annoying.
Yeah. But then if you get like a buzz cut, it's hard to keep because like the sides get awkward and
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Well, we are live now. I guess I'll go ahead and do the intro or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't
for
really have
sure.
like a intro, but hello everybody and welcome to What's Kraken. This is episode 2. If you haven't seen episode 1, probably you should watch that. And then
You
see it. Do you want to introduce yourself?
So, hey, what's up, guys? It's a Brandon here with Balisong Flipping. Most of you may know me for a few videos out there, and I'm with Can't Flip for Ship. So, yeah, you're muted again.
No, it's because I keep messing with my cord. I need to stop messing with my cord, and it keeps unplugging. But anyways, off to a great start we are. And earlier you were talking about your differences between the two battle songs. You have one that just recently came out. If you want to show everybody and then talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So, this is the Bionic OSI. This was one of our newest releases in the trainer department. Notice I said trainer department. Look out for the future. You never know where we might go in the future. But yeah, this is one of the I would say lower end. We just tried to shoot for just kind of having something that was priced under 100, but in my opinion, better than everything on the Amazon market. So yeah.
And on that note, you are a trainer supremacist in some regard, I would say.
Absolutely, absolutely. I will that's the hill I'm going to die on is with trainers all day long.
You know, a while back, I probably would have died on a different hill, and that's actually how we met, or I guess not really necessarily met, but like how we kind of came into, or at least how I came into contact with you for the first time. Oh, we just zoned out. But I made a video talking about how you were wrong about your opinion on trainers and how live blades were better, if anything. And now it's been so long. And I just think back to that time, and I'm like, dude, literally, live blades, they have a place in my heart always. But the longer I'm in the community, the more I think about it, the more I feel like trainers really are better, especially now that all my live blades are dull.
Yeah, so the way I see it, because a lot of people kind of have misconceptions about the way I say something, just because I'm so like one sided, I'm like, it's trainers. But I think the reality is that trainers are just the safer approach when it comes to flipping, because a lot of people spin my words and think, like, if I say live blades are necessarily bad, I don't mean that they're bad. I love the way live blades look. I love their function. I love the history. I love knives in general. Like, I wouldn't be a part of this if I didn't think that. But the thing is, I think that trainers are better for flipping and practicing purposes. Like,
Yeah.
when you have a lot of the youth, because since I have like a popular following, I see all of these comments coming from people who say, "Hey, I'm 13, I'm 14, how do I get into this?" And you see a lot of people are saying, "Hey, get a live blade right away," and they haven't learned anything yet. That's not a great way to start out. So that's why I'm so keen on having a focus towards, driving trainers to the market. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. When you talked about like, it was like when you brought up the kids thing, that's when they're mostly like, it changed my mind a big time because it's like, really, like I see a lot of people get into it. And like, I don't know if you've ever been on like I've never been on here, but I hear that on
Mm.
Reddit, people are saying that live blades are best and they post pictures of themselves all cut and talking about like, yeah, this is a real Balisong flipper. Like that's like, I guess makes you cool or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just disgusting, honestly.
Yeah, I'm definitely grossed out by that. The way I got introduced into this hobby, aside from, well, I mean, I'll get started on my history in a moment on how I got started, but just when I was on Instagram, for example, that's when I first like got into the Balisong community. I started noticing that too, just tons of pictures of people just bleeding into a sink, saying, "Oh, another fun day," and it's like that's not really a great way to promote to the kids who are coming up in the world and want to get involved in something like this. It's like, sure, you're an adult and you can do whatever you want. That's where people get me wrong. I'm not trying to stop anyone from doing what they want to if they can legally. But, if you're a kid, it's really up to the parents' discretion to allow their kid to do what they're going to do. And if I'm going to have a say in it, I think trainers are the way to go in that department. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good for like growing the community because it's just like if you see like you're gonna see like some 30-year-old dude who's just like bleeding like out the wazoo and just like posts a picture of his like self-inflicted wound and it's just like a parent's gonna see that and be like, oh, welcome to the community. It's like, you know,
Yeah, not a good look.
no, not at all. But I kind of wanted to kind of get into just a little bit, I guess, of your backstory because I know you just reached a big milestone, and it was I can't remember, it was 250,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah, so that's huge, and you obviously are the biggest channel. Isn't Big Flips like high or something like that
Yeah,
too?
Big Flips is above me in subs. I'm passing him in views. That's okay though. I love
Oh,
Big Flips. Anyone who's seen my hour-long chaplain, I shout out to Big Flips all the time. He knows I'm a huge fan.
yeah.
It's not a competition either.
Do you
But
talk to him?
I don't have direct contact with him, but I will put this out there. There's a video called BaliCoin. It was like a reference to a ongoing joke we had in Discord, and it was like someone made a Bitcoin for Balisongs, and so someone put out like a 3-second short called BaliCoin. It only got like 20 views, but Big Flips commented on that video, and I'm the one who shouted out the video. So secretly, maybe Big Flips
Maybe he
is
found
watching.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be a big honor, man. I think
yeah.
everybody learns everything, most of their start tricks from Big Flips. Did you
Yeah, for
learn your
sure.
stuff from him?
I learned like a couple of things from him. I did watch a few rollover and shortstop tutorials from him, but the majority of the tutorials that I learned were actually from combos. And I encourage a lot of people out there who are learning to look more into combos because you actually kind of want
Something
to
just froze
have.
up. Oh, you just froze up.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, so I was just saying when it comes to learning tricks, I think combos, like combo tutorials, are something that people need to start doing more of and looking more into. Because I remember watching people like, I think Ballybug is one of them. That's where I learned my backhand fans and stuff. Yeah, Ballybug's great at
Love him.
teaching. And just other people who did like combo tutorials. I literally just look up Balisong combo tutorials and just start breaking them down. And I think by putting so much on yourself, like complexity at once, it becomes easier the longer you stick with it. But yeah.
I think it's also too like it kind of helped with your patented style, which I was going to ask you kind of how your style developed, but it also sheds light because it's like if you have somebody who's predominantly looking at combos, then your focus is like you're always looking at it from a perspective of like one trick transitioning to another rather than just like learning one trick. And I think like you're one of the people who has like one of the most like constantly flowing smoothest styles. Now, obviously people want to talk about skill or whatever. Like I don't see you hitting double scissors, but obviously like you have a style people like because everybody likes to watch it. And so how did you kind of develop that?
Yeah, so a lot of people might think that it just like came to me or something, but the reality is I have a little bit of history in terms of a lot of hand-eye coordinated things such as like juggling, bow staff, sign spinning, nunchucks, all of that's fun stuff.
Bare
Even
knuckle
poi,
boxing.
yeah, just a lot of hand-eye coordinated stuff that I've been a part of in my history, and so a lot of that ties in to like flow and style, and I incorporate a lot of that in other things and not just ballad songs. Like for example, I've been doing nunchucks far longer than anything else I've done. And so I like basically what I've done in terms of the Balisong style is I try to look for moves that not only piece together very well but look different every time you like transition them. Every time you switch them, it's always doing something different, almost like an X pattern and then a star pattern,
Hmm.
kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like it's true because I see you like hit rollovers, but you don't like hit like constant rollovers, and you might like toss a fan in between, and it like breaks up the look of the combo. So I know what you're saying, but I don't know. It's definitely interesting to see your style has evolved because, like, I know, like, I saw a video back because when I first started, I saw you flipping. I was like, this guy's crazy. The backhand fan was something that I thought was just impossible. And like looking now, like your flipping style has gotten insane compared to how it was like just a year or 2 years ago. Like, has there something that inspired you to start like really, really pushing on your skill, or did it just kind of come with like flipping more?
So, I think the one thing that a lot of people need to know and hear in this hobby and sport, yes, it's a sport, ladies and gentlemen, is that we'll talk then. Yeah, we'll get around to that. But I think that the biggest thing people need to hear about this is that when you're flipping, I'm like drawing a blank as to what you just said because now I'm thinking of counterpoints to the sport thing. But what was the question again?
I was asking you about like how your styles developed over the past like year. Like, is there anything that like really pushed you into like getting a lot better? Or is it like volume with
Ah,
like practice?
yes, of course. Okay, now you got me back on track. So
It's not a
repetition,
sport.
guys, repetition. That's really all it is. The fact that I do this every single day, we're talking like nonstop, off camera. I dedicate like 6 to 8 hours of just doing repetitive tricks. And whenever my left hand is down off of the camera, I'm switching hands and focusing on the left as well to try to get it just as good as my right. With good inspirations like Pizza Weapons, who is another flipper. But yeah,
I saw your video shouting them out. Are you gonna start doing doubles?
I might, but then that would involve me having to put a whole rig on my head, and I just, whoa, I'm in a Michael Bay film.
Yeah, dude, that's literally what I was gonna say. Is like, if once you strap on that head cam, I'm done with you. Because really, we're out here repping the holding the
It's
camera.
not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. This is forearm gang. Oh, you can't even see.
Let me see the forearm. Pull the
Oh,
sleeve down, dude.
oh man, forearm
Good
gang.
golly, Popeye over here.
Yeah, eat your spinach.
But no, man. I mean, it really is like when you first started. Did you ever? Because like I remember like vividly the embarrassment of like because when you record like a clip, like let's say like for like a shorter video or something like that, you always want to like be clean with like how you're doing it.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the day when I first started, I would literally be outside for like an hour and a half trying to get a clip, and I would be holding my phone, and my arm would be in like literal pain from like
Oh
holding my
yeah.
camera up, trying to do it.
I could talk about that really quick. When it comes to like hand paint and stuff and doing this, you're definitely gonna get that to happen to you. Um, especially for the people, especially not especially, especially for the people who are going way too quick with their tricks.
Hate
I
that.
think I think people can easily flip fast by putting in more effort. I don't think that it becomes necessarily harder depending on what trick you do for the people who may think otherwise. But I really think that slowing down your tricks and allowing people to see exactly what you're doing not only add a sense of style, but I just think it looks cleaner overall.
Yeah, 100%. Well, everyone's here to hear from you, and I think it's about time that you give us a rundown of your general story about how you got here, including and excluding anything that you feel like should or shouldn't be mentioned, and give us a good rundown.
Yeah, for sure. So where would you like me to start?
I guess probably when you were born probably would be a good place to start.
Wow, we're going way back. Oh
I
man,
guess
with
whenever
this
you flipped for the first time.
man, this went from an interview to a biography.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I guess I'll just start in terms of flipping because I have a lot of history to cover, which may be another video or possibly something in the future.
Give
But
us a give us a short rundown. Yeah.
well, just in terms of flipping and how I got into that, is I basically I love, first of all, I know this is cringe, but I really love fidget spinners and stuff. I don't really do or have them anymore, but I jumped on that craze right away because I came from playing the piano, messing with Rubik's cubes, just anything that my hands could fidget with. And when Balisongs came around, the way it happened was I saw some kid flipping on YouTube and he was going absolutely wild. And back then I only thought you can do this. And that was
Yeah.
that. But when I saw how much could be done, I was like, that's what I'm doing. No doubt about it. I think I found the one thing that I could finally like stick with and only do, and I've been happy ever since. But that's kind of like how I got started into flipping and stuff. And
You
then
have such
everyone,
like a no, I was saying you have such like a positive outlook. Like you saw somebody really just fucking like running it, and you're like, "That's what I'll do."
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
when I first saw a video of somebody like going ham on the Bali, I was like, "No, this hobby's not for me." But you were saying,
Yeah, I just like to be the, the jack of all trades, the renaissance man, But
Ooh.
I just when I see something that I really enjoy, I dive right into it. I want to learn everything about it. It's just
OCD.
yeah, well, yeah, a little bit.
No, I mean in a good way, right? I mean you
Yeah,
do
of
get
course.
obsessive about it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, there was one thing that we were talking about earlier before we started recording that I wanted to ask you about. Uh, okay, yeah. Here, like, I know a lot of the times we get tied into like factions, and like obviously like the Balisong community gets like sort of political, and I know that like obviously there's like the side that's like the reviewers, which I mean you know who those people are, like Will Hirsch and Telestro and I forget what the other guy's name is. No, just kidding. Camaro EE,
Yeah, come on.
all of them. So like they're kind of like on one side, and then you have like the like basically it's like would you want like one really good video a month or like 100 really shitty videos a month, and it's just like us flipping our
Yeah,
cameras
yeah.
above our head. Not that they're shitty, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So there's a lot to unpack there. I think to start off, I just want to say that Will Hirsch, Camaro E, Telestro, a lot of other people that are involved in the Balisong community and doing reviews or just videos, including yourself as well. I think I'm just like you, where I'm just neutral on everything. I really enjoy the fact that everyone is making content, and I really don't have anything against anyone. I'm actually really excited and happy for the future of Balisongs. Just the fact that, like, if you look at skateboarding and you see where it's come in terms of culture and all that it's brought, like people together. I think that what everyone's doing now, regardless of any, sides or politics, I think that it's all good for the future because we want Balisongs to stick. We want this to be a culture, a hobby that's not just a niche. And then in terms of when it comes to content, would I rather have like one really nice movie smooth video, or would I rather have like 10 crappy, just poorly go outside and flip videos? I think content in itself is much more powerful than the quality you can attach to it. So I think that as many videos as you want, no matter how bad they are, is much better, not only for just people's entertainment, but history in general. People are going to look back on moments like this, when they want to learn something new, and as much as they want to see something, they're going to be able to have that option. Because when I look for things like reviews on other things that aren't Balisong related, like microphones, for example, sometimes I only see like 3 reviews. I would be happy if I got to watch 10, and I already ordered it and I want to keep watching more content on it.
Yep.
So I think just amount of content is always good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I think it's one of those things where, like, nowadays people have shown like a preference for like being able to like consume and consume, whether that's for the better or worse. But like, you can see that like the volume of consumption doesn't track well with making like one really, really nice video a month. You know what I'm saying? It's like people want stuff and they want to be able to consume on a more regular basis. And I think that that's kind of like a niche that you fill because like I vividly remember when I realized like that your style was like more like the way that I wanted to shoot for, because I was laying in bed one night and I couldn't fall asleep. And I was literally just like, YouTube just kept auto playing videos of yours that were just like you just talking. And I was just like,
Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, I know, right? They don't do that anymore. They don't even pay
Yeah.
you. But no, they're like rocketing videos back and forth. And I was just like, this is like something that you can't get out of like the high production stuff. And like, and again, to like what you're saying, like I respect all those guys. Like I think, to be 100% honest with myself, I probably couldn't do what they're doing. I know you probably could because you got like kind of a history with that type of stuff, but
Yeah.
I definitely couldn't. And so like I respect it, but I was just saying like my preference is to produce content at a volume which is like tracks directly in accordance with like the rate at which people would like to consume in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think for me, like practicality reasons is kind of the main thing. I just film on my phone. I could bring out, a gimbal on a robot and have, mo control and have it trace paths to, go around me. But at the end of the day, we're flipping 3 pieces of metal in our hand. I don't think it requires a drone shot from over the ocean,
You get like $2,000 setup, and then like somebody's in the comments like same 3 tricks.
Yeah. That's what would happen either way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. I wanted to ask you something a little bit sketchy. I want to ask you.
Go for it.
about, you seem to like conspiracy theories. What's that all about?
Yeah, so what a lot of people don't know about me is that I have a sense of humor that I would like to call ironic sarcasm, right? And so you can like do your definition research on that. But I think what it is I actually find almost everything in life cringe in a way because there's so many different groups of everything now, like one conspiracy, there's a group for that. Windows, there's a group for that. If you like lights, there's a group for that. Just stuff like that around the world. Everything has become, grouped into people's niches and stuff like that. So I, in a way, think like just as a personable person, I just think that that's kind of like ew. Like if everyone was just, themselves as well as what they do and who they are. So the reason I'm telling you that, though, to tie back into conspiracy theories, is in that joking kind of way, I like to be aware and a part of every aspect of life that is possible or impossible. So I study, lots of like astrophysics as well as what could be like aliens and all of that stuff too. And then I'll just tie that into like talking points in a video and stuff, or I'll find something that I just see is absolutely ridiculous. Like, for example, just a couple weeks ago, there was this toddler that got arrested because he made it through the gate onto the White House. He made it, yeah, dude, and he literally got picked up by guards, and they put him in handcuffs, I think. It's just so wild, yeah, because that's like an actual national security thing. But like things like that, I just find absolutely ridiculous, and I love it. That's my kind of entertainment. So that's kind of what I bring to the table in terms of like my talking points. So if anything sounds like it's crazy, it's mainly because it's coming from like my own sense of humor, and it just makes me laugh when other people get to have a reaction to it, and I can't force anyone's reaction, so I just have to put it out there and let it be. Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying. We have like so similar sense of humor between you and I that I feel like I can kind of like chime in as like, I think what you're saying, if people had trouble kind of understanding, is like, I feel like a lot of the times like there's like a certain like base level of understanding that like everyone has just like based on societal norms and stuff that like people feel like they have to acknowledge them.
Right.
And it's like, no, you have to understand that like everyone acknowledges these things like inherently. So like for you to go out of your way to acknowledge them is not based at all. And so where we're coming from is to say like, yes, obviously that's why I'm saying this, to put a nod to that. And I think people lose track of it because they forget that like we're not complete doofuses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like even you made a good joke on one of the beginning of your videos, recent controversy. Guys, go watch his videos. You said, you said, want to break from the ads? And that's clearly a hilarious, relatable thing because like people have encountered that. And I'm a little bit different in the way where I try to find things people haven't encountered and then bring it up and see, hey, what do they think of that, And so it may seem crazy, like I'm, going down a rabbit hole of craziness, but in reality, when it comes to like flat earth or aliens and stuff, I don't truly believe in any of that unless it's objectively and factually proven in some way. But I am based in reality, guys. I believe in science. I believe in accuracy. So if you thought that I was some crazy guy who just believed in anything, that's not the case. I believe in it for a comedical value, sure. But besides that, no. I'm well grounded. I understand what reality is. Yeah.
Except space. This guy thinks space isn't real. So
I was gonna say stars are just the reflection of other planets off of the sun. They're trying to hide it from you.
Now that right there is an epic one.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one I want to ask you. I think like just because of like, this is gonna get wacky.
It's okay.
Because of like some like again, like I was saying, like the divide between like different types of creators. And again, I'm not trying to like promote this divide. I'm just saying what I observe because at the end of the day, like I literally my first episode ever I did was with Telestro. And I would clearly do one with any of the other guys. But like the divide that they have, there's like this weird like pseudo political implications of it because one side identifies so closely with one political side, then people feel like, well, if we're on this other side, maybe we identify with this other political faction. And I just want to set the record straight and maybe see what you had to say about that.
Yeah, for sure. So it's not that I don't acknowledge that that exists. Clearly, there's a big divide in terms of like the groups on Instagram, Reddit, and YouTube. And then you have subdivisions where, like you said, like Telestro, Camaro, Will, I feel like there is tension, but I don't. Like, for me personally, I actually don't have anything against anyone. I watch Camaro E's live streams. Hi, Camaro E. I watch
You heard it here
Telestro's
first, ladies and
videos.
gentlemen.
Yeah, I watch Will Hirsch's videos. I'm actually a huge fan. I love
Where else are you
everybody's.
gonna get this?
Yeah, I
Right in
love
the same
everyone's
right here.
content, dude. I think that there is like a huge misunderstanding about me because like any time that I end up hearing something about myself, it's always like this new string of what someone already said before but different, like the game of telephone. And every time I ask someone where they got that info from, they say someone else. And they don't know who it is or where it's from, and I'm just like, oh, well, that's interesting. Must be true.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of starting to make its way back around because I mean, like I know a whiles back, like every time I would talk about you, people would be like, especially Reddit. I'll admit that I'm on Reddit. I fucking hate Reddit.
It's okay.
People
I was on
are
Reddit for
there.
like a week. I learned my
You're on
lesson
there.
after posting a Nautilus clone. It got removed.
If I was you, I wouldn't go on there, especially you, because people hate on you. Like people will be like, "Balisong flipping's overrated. Balisong flipping sucks." Even a video I did, which was like has like no serious side to it at all, talking about what each creator would be if they were a Thanksgiving dinner piece, of like one guy's mashed potatoes, or whatever, and some guys like, "Well, Balisong flipping sucks. He shouldn't be mashed potatoes." And it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't see
That's
that
actually
anymore.
yeah, that's actually a really good thing though. I think that if I think that a lot of things in terms of like hatred, and I don't want to say this in an egotistical way, Telestro, but I think that a lot of like
Check your
hatred,
ego, dude.
it stems from jealousy. And when I like have views and subscribers and stuff, I think people stop viewing me as a person and start viewing me as like I'm a totem pole of ego, and it's just not the case. Like I have a life outside of YouTube, guys. Whoa, shocker. But yeah, it's like I'm just like you at the end of the day. But people are gonna say and do whatever they want online. I've been online for a long time, and if I have to be the pinata of like the world where everyone just beats me and like takes it out on me, fine. So long as they're happy in the end, it doesn't affect me in the long run. Like I'm completely level-headed. I don't have anything against anyone. So yeah, I'm just chilling.
I think I want to just push back on that for a second and kind of say that like I don't think that if I were you that I would want to like necessarily say that it's like not a big issue at all. Like well, of course, because if you say it's a big thing, then people are gonna get all on your ass and do it even more. But I just want to say that like I'm not gonna hear that and then say that I endorse that type of ideology just because like I don't approve of people speaking down on other people without any sort of like reason or just being that way in the comments.
Yeah.
I don't really like that, and people
Yeah,
that hate
so
on you like
I
just
think
ridiculous.
I think to reiterate, I do by me saying I want them to take it out on me. I do agree with you. I do not endorse hatred or bullying towards other people. But what I mean by them taking it out on me is don't take it out on someone else. That's what I mean. If you're gonna take it out on me, focus all your energy on me is what I'm saying. If I'm going to be this big guy that everybody hates, I'll be the guy. I don't want these newcomers that come into the Balisong community to go, hey guys, check this out. And then someone goes, oh, ban him. That was terrible. How dare you? Get out of here. That's horrible. That's a terrible way to get into the hobby. And I think, like I said, if people want to, if people have all this built up hatred, I'm right here. I'm the guy. But yeah, I'll take it all.
No, I mean, I saw you flipping the. Let's get off of all that. I mean, I think we've pretty much made it clear where we stand. But
Yeah.
You flipping that Polaris reminded me that I wanted to ask you that, like, again, this is another thing where, like, I just keep bringing it up because it's something that I observed is that like you seem to be like an anomaly in the sense that like people don't necessarily like. If you were anyone other than who you were,
Right.
the treatment that you would get in this community for what you do and for the size of your channel would be completely different. And so like what I was going to talk about was that how that applies in regards to how you've gone on the manufacturing side of things, because you've made the Polaris now and you made the Bionic OSI or whatever, the Bionic OSI. And I just don't, I want to know like how it's been different for you, because I feel like a lot of these manufacturers like that are coming up, especially like to the caliber that we're producing, people might be like all these other manufacturers might be like more inviting and more helpful. I want to know how it's been for you and if anybody's reached out to you in that side of things.
Right. So, yeah, as you said, I got the Polaris and the Bionic here. And so, in terms of manufacturing and stuff, there really isn't a lot I could say on the business side because I'm contracted and yeah. But
Sure.
what I can say though, in terms of like manufacturers and help on the outside and all of that stuff and contact, what people actually don't know is I am actually in contact with a lot of people that some of you might like, and I can't say anything about that. But you know, I actually am in a lot more contact than people know. Is
Good,
kind of
good.
the
That's good to
end
hear.
result. Yeah. So if anybody thought that, you know, by their hatred and stuff they were ostracizing me from the community in that regard, sure, I might not be as public about who I talk with, but I'm definitely talking to people. So yeah.
That's the way to do it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
for
I'm
sure.
happy for you. Anything crazy come up that you can talk about, or anything like any interesting stories in regards to that?
I mean, you know, there's typical like, you know, business fallbacks and setbacks and stuff, but then there's a lot of successes and stuff. And, you know, I've got, you know, I got prototype galore and all of that stuff. A lot that I can't show and a lot that I can't say. But yeah, that's just business. Because at the end of the
Okay,
day, I'm
I'm not
more
gonna
of
push
a,
you.
yeah, I'm like a marketer in a sense, but I also am a content creator and just a person. Please help. No, but yeah.
Hey, listen, man, you and your liabilities, you're acting over here talking like a politician. Get real.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have a
Let's see.
teleprompter actually. It's right here. I've just been
I know I've seen your eyes like
yeah,
like
I have
that.
a I have an earpiece under here.
I wanted to hit you with some
Yeah,
rapid
these aren't
fire
even plugged in.
questions.
Oh, go ahead, rapid fire.
And it's just so you guys know, this is not really like rapid fire because I actually sent him these questions, so he's had time to think about them. So don't be like, "Wow, that guy's on another level."
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
But to be fair, I also didn't, you know, write anything down or come up with anything to say. So, but go ahead.
All right, let's see. Most overrated Balisong creator. We're starting off zesty.
Ooh,
Don't say me,
overrated?
please God.
Wait, Balisong creator in terms of content or
Yeah.
Balisongs? Oh, phew, you're about
Do
to
both.
make me.
Do both.
Oh man, that's gonna be too controversial. I can't since I'm in this space.
Pick one.
So you said most overrated, correct?
Yes.
You know what? Even though I absolutely love him, I think Big Flips is overrated. And
Okay,
it's not just
elaborate.
because oh I'm right under him and I'm gonna pass him soon or something like that. I just think that ever since he kind of started his own new life outside of YouTube, he hasn't been really focused on making content. And you know, I can't really call him a creator since he like isn't that focused on YouTube anymore. So I think the activeness really shows whether you're a true creator or not. And so I think that in a sense, he's overrated in that regard. But for everyone who's going to be like, "Oh my god, how dare you?" I love Big Flips and I realize the amazing impact he's had in terms of all of his tutorials that sit as a, you know, stone in history for everyone to learn from. But yeah.
Aside from all the context that you just elaborated on, dude, I'm finna clip your ass. I'm gonna have you on YouTube
Yeah, yeah,
where it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Brandon from Balisong Flipping says Big Flips
Hates
is
Big Flips,
overrated.
yeah. Come on, Big
These are
Flips.
supposed to be
yeah.
rapid fire questions.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, sorry,
here.
go ahead.
Most underrated Balisong creator.
I'm gonna have to say you. I mean, who else is out here making amazing comedy content skits while being able to manage what you have school and also a job and
Yeah,
even working out
full-time.
and all of that stuff. You manage a lot of stuff and are able to still come out with quality content. I find that to be actually insane. And then what you're doing now, the way that you shift your content around between like, oh, one day I'll do a tutorial, then I'll talk about something, then, you know, I'm doing this, and then all of a sudden now you're interviewing me, and it's like, whoa, like honestly, you should give yourself a lot of credit. I think you're extremely underrated. So everybody subscribe to Can't Flip for Shiv.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm happy to hear. I mean, like, it's been really hard, so I'm happy that people recognize or that you appreciate it. Favorite Balisong creator, and you can't say me, so just get that out of here.
Yeah, so
If you were gonna, not that you were.
I think favorite Balisong creator has to go to and once again this is in terms of content, right? Because I always keep thinking Balisongs. So content, right?
Machine
That's
wise.
what you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely got to be Will Hirsch, of course,
Okay,
because
all
you know
right.
he's
Unexpected as hell.
he's got the quality that nobody else has in terms of effort. I mean, I know what it takes to like get a
Take
DSLR
those.
gimbal on a gimbal, go out to like a park or a beach or something, and like get all of these shots and make sure that you have your audio synced. There's like a lot of gear involved in that stuff, and like a lot of people don't know it, but I'm a techie nerd myself, and I love mics and cameras and all of that good stuff. That's why you see all this lighting and stuff. But like I know how much effort it takes, so you do have to, hats off to Will Hirsch. He's definitely got a lot
100%.
going on in that department. So yeah.
I think Will Hirsch has reached at this point a level of undeniability in the community that is like basically the same as yours. It's like this
Yeah.
guy's like you can't deny him, and
Yeah.
local stuff he puts out is great. I'll always watch his videos.
And,
You know what I
and he
mean?
goes to Blade Show. I don't.
Hey, we should go. We should run that one of these days.
Yeah, I mean
Surprise
maybe
pop-up.
next year. Maybe next year. Me and
Maybe.
you, we go to Blade Show.
Yeah. All right, favorite battle song.
Ooh,
BB
and it can't be mine, correct? It can't be any of mine.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Oh, well, that's easy. The one I
BB
have
Firefly.
closest to me, the
Yes.
BB Firefly ZX1. I think that this is an absolute tank. This is the best Balisong in the entire world, regardless of price, regardless of spec. This is better than any Balisong, even Live Blades. I don't care what you say. This is the best Balisong. Look at this. Hold on. The BB Barfly ZX1, guys. The best Balisong. I'm not partnered or sponsored with BB Barfly. I just think this thing is absolutely amazing, and it's so much fun. But
Would
yeah.
you work with them?
I would, absolutely, in a heartbeat. I do have contact with him as well, but once again, I'm not sponsored or partnered in any way. But yeah.
Okay. All right, favorite non-Balisong hobby.
Ooh, nunchucks. Absolutely. Yeah, so,
Okay,
I
wait.
mean... What's
Do
up?
you have nunchucks on you right now?
Yeah, I think, I was like... That's why I keep looking down when I say nunchucks. I have a few, but let me
But
see
you-
if I have...
You should back up like 5 feet and do some tricks.
You know what? Just because...
Dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's just iffy right now. I got my room set up in a way, but yeah, I think it's
Motherfucker,
iffy.
I know.
I
know
do
damn well
have-
You're not wearing pants.
No, I
That's
have
why
pants
you-
on. I definitely have pants on. You want me to prove
Or
I have pants on?
underwear.
No,
That's
so
why.
no, I definitely got pants and underwear. I even got socks on. Yeah, of course. But what I mean is, I think I actually do have some nunchuck content on my channel. So if you guys type in nunchucks on my channel and the little magnifying glass for the search, you could actually see a clip there. If anyone knows my full name, which isn't hard to find considering AI exists now.
It's Brandon Baker, for those of you who don't know. Brandon Baker.
Yeah, I'm one of the clones. Attack of the Clones. But anyway, yeah, I do have like multiple videos out there of me flipping nunchucks. But yeah, I will not demonstrate now. Not only can I not find it, so I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I also don't want to like, make a mistake on film. Although that's pretty rare considering my experience. But yeah,
Considering your skill level,
yeah.
weak diff. You should teach me some tricks one of these days, man.
Yeah, for
whenever we
sure.
do Blade Show. My
Yeah,
family's
I'll bring
Asian,
nunchucks
so-
to Blade Show. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be crazy.
Well, yeah. Anything else that you wanted to say or that you've been wanting to talk about?
I mean, the main thing, let me think. I think the main thing is just everybody who's out there or who's watching now should just have a more positive outlook on life, because the impact that you have or the impact that you like have in here, to whatever you can do in life, I think should always be a positive one, because you never know the effects of any negativity that you guys push towards people. And that's like a real thing, like some people could like just make fun of someone, and later down the future that person might take it out on them and all of that stuff. It's just
Yeah.
it's just a messy situation, especially because the world we live in today is so zoned in on social media, and the whole world happens to be right in the palm of your hands. And I think that that's also a terrible way to look at the world too. Go outside, look at the sky.
Touch grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. People definitely have like some sort of like fixation with like the way that they perceive the world to be like online. And I don't know, like I think that if you're chronically online, it's just going to cause like a lot of anxiety, because you can't like connect the dots between like what's real and what's not. And I know that sounds dumb.
It's like the Google search fallacy. It's like, my shoulder hurts. Google cancer. It's like that's
Yeah,
that's the
WebMD.
immediate. Yeah. It's
Right, I
like,
actually literally went and saw like a cancer specialist to make sure I didn't have cancer one time because of that.
oh yeah, I everybody has their own form of scares where they have to go to the hospital and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I had like a lump on the back of my neck. I mean, it's still there, but they said, I went to the late people that do like, have you ever gotten like one of those scans done where they like scan your neck or whatever? It's like,
Dude,
you know,
I've had all types of scans and stuff.
and they never even called me back, bro. But they sent me the bill. That's for
You're
sure.
fine. Yeah. Oh, they get that to you. They make sure they. That's the one thing they'll
Yeah,
make
dude.
sure of.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah. I've actually wanted to mention this as we were talking about style earlier, and I just barely remembered back. Like I've literally stolen so much style from you, from your flipping style,
Nah.
and so
I
much from your content style that it's just ridiculous. Like sometimes I feel bad because I'm just like I'm literally just like jacking this dude's style.
No, that's not the way I look at it. I mean, if I have so many videos, like I'm almost at 1,000 videos, right? I think
Hmm.
by putting out that much content, I'm not going to be, a gatekeeper to a style of tricks or something. Because I mean, I didn't make up these tricks either. I just
Yeah,
string them together in whatever way. If it seems unique and other people want to do that, that's on them. I think your style looks amazing. I think it actually is a little different from mine.
it
And
is.
some of the things that you do are just like insane. Like some of the tricks that you implement in terms of like your ladders or your 0G chaplains, like the crazy like hang tosses. I think that that's wild because I'm like, I can do some of those, but the reason I don't incorporate a lot of them is because I don't think they're gonna look smooth, or I don't think I can smooth them out. But
Hmm.
when you can do them, I'm like, wow, that does look smooth, and I'm like impressed, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Well, I just take the gamble because, like, as you can tell, like, compared to like literally every single other person that does Balisong content, I think I'm the single-handed person who has normalized fucking dropping your Balisong 100 times in one video. Like, you will not find anyone else that drops their Balisong as much, man. That
Yeah,
Kraken's
but
been.
I don't know. You take risks, with your style. Like if you throw in those crazy tricks, that's taking the risks. And a lot of the times that you land them, it looks insane. So it's like still kind of worth it.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. You said that you never invented a trick, but you did invent one trick. I don't
Oh
know if you remember.
yes.
Think back.
Yeah. Are you talking about this one here? If I can, I can't even do it right now. But it's basically a reverse palm fan into a like middle finger fan kind of thing. Or is that not it?
I didn't even know you did that. I guess that makes two. I was talking about the index roll into zero gravity chaplain.
Oh, the impossible, that one
Yeah.
that I can't do. Yeah,
You did
yeah.
make it though. I never seen anybody do that or invent that or talk
That's
about.
wild. I thought about it because I was like, that'd be cool if someone could like do that as it's falling, and then people proved me wrong, and they were like, this ain't impossible. There you
Literally,
go.
somebody did it in like a
Back
minute.
to back. They're like, this is easy.
This is the only
But
trick
yeah,
I actually know.
yeah, yeah. This is the first one I
No,
learned.
I feel like not like people when people say like you can't invent a trick, that literally triggers me. And like the reason it triggers me the same way that I get triggered on this other thing, which is going to be my last topic that I'm going to talk about, is like the pretentiousness of like this freaking stuff that we do because like you can't make a trick, right?
Right.
You can't call a trick advanced, right?
Hmm.
Can't say that you're a good flipper. It's like all these things where it's like I guess like it's like reverse ego slash insecurity because it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna say that this trick's advanced because if it is advanced,
Yeah.
if it
And
you know
that's the funny part is like if you've seen a few of my videos, I title them that way purposely, and that's a part of my ironic sarcasm, and it's actually poking fun at the people who do think that way. But yeah, I have a few tutorials that say advanced combo, and they're intermediate, and then people are like, oh, that's beginner, and then it's like, oh, well, there you go. Whatever he
I
says, I believe.
had that same thing happening where it's just like with one of my tricks where it's like I did a combo earlier. Did you watch my combo video?
Yeah, I watch a few of your tutorials. I can't do them, but
Uh, well, anyways, I was like, it was like low advanced or something like that. And somebody's like, this is more like low intermediate, and I was like, nah, it's more like low beginner. And then they
Mhm.
were like, it actually is. And then I was like, this is getting like ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
imagine you tell somebody like, hey, I got a beginner trick for you, and then you bust out like a freaking crazy wombo combo. I don't know. It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
people are I think scared to like say something's advanced. I think I'm willing to say like some of the stuff you do advanced. I'm cool saying it
yeah.
because what else is it going to be? Like intermediate is intermediate, right? It's like
Well, I mean, technically, like objectively, I'm a professional Balisong flipper. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think you can get any more officialized. Like,
he's the pro, ladies, and as well as gentlemen.
yeah, but so it's kind of like if I do go to Blade Show next year, right? If we go to Blade Show next year, are you going this year?
No, I don't have
Oh, you
enough
don't have
money,
anything
but
set up?
we should. We have to plan to go so that I can save up, and then we
Right,
can.
right. Well, how about I say it here? I'm gonna go next year, right?
Okay.
And then we'll plan for it.
Okay.
And then yeah, and you know, I don't know if I should like try to get a booth or something. I don't even know if they'll allow me there. Some people from the other side, like you said, will make that stop happen.
Veto you.
The elders of Reddit will, go in their cloaks and be like, none shall pass.
Yeah, they're like,
Balisong
"It's
flipping
too
shall not pass. Yeah. But yeah, I mean nobody any harm. I'm totally neutral and cool with everyone. I think anyone who does think wrong of me should form their own opinion for themselves on how I am as a real person, and not like a story from someone else. But yeah, I
You're
mean
very
that's pretty
cordial
much
today.
What are you talking about?
You sound like a politician, dude. You sound like somebody's got a gun to the back of your head.
No, dude, nope, no guns here.
Move your head to the side. I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's just like when you want to get a message across, you have to say it clearly. Like
No,
I know that it seems political, but like if this is like the one moment in time where like maybe someone will watch your video because none of them watch mine. Sure, you guys don't watch my video. I'm sure of it. Yeah, no, but yeah, if this is the only like loophole to make the people who don't watch me watch, like then I gotta say what I gotta say. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Well, if it makes you feel any better, according to my YouTube analytics, literally almost everyone that watches me watches you. So
Oh, okay.
they're watching you. This is just everybody's like, Brandon's so cool. That's all this video is gonna end up being. But I do
Yeah.
try to keep these fairly around like 45 minutes or something like that. So
Yeah.
we can wrap this one up, and then on the next one we'll do another one sometime, and probably we'll just talk about like whatever at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just about warming up. This one was like more official. We want to cover. Some
Yeah,
stuff
this is
about
fun,
Balisong.
man. This is like really fun stuff. That's why when you reached out to me to do this, I was like, of course, bro. Like, I'm surprised nobody hasn't asked this already. This is wild.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun.
This is awesome. But also, too, if anybody does ask in the future, you're not allowed. This is my.
Yeah, stay away.
He won't do interviews with you. I won't let him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like go and check his emails and shit. Joking. Anyways, but yeah, guys, if you like this episode, make sure to let me know down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you feel like it or whatever. And there's gonna be more of these coming out. I'm gonna try to get more people on. I have a lot of people that I was thinking about doing. Let me know who you want to see down below. One guy that I was thinking about doing is Clone Support, getting pretty big, basically the same size channel. Very cool person. I'm on their Discord, so let me know if you guys want to see that. And Clone Support, if you're watching this, text me.
Bye,
Everybody,
everyone.
this is Brandon the Goat. Brandon the Goat.
And can't flip for ship. Subscribe to this guy. He's awesome. Yeah.
All right, rock on, y'all.